Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about this full moon, June 3rd, in Scorpio. This full moon is going to be magnificent because we actually have Mars in Cancer, and this moon being in Scorpio is in its debilitation sign, but this creates a mutual exchange of signs. So therefore this full moon will shed light on so many things. As I always tell everyone, the full moon is where the light of the moon illuminates the darkness of the night. So in other words, what it represents is awareness. This brings so much awareness to the world and to people. I am really excited about this new moon. Full moon, because this is going to bring new things to us, a new awareness that we have been waiting for. And thinking about the moon being in Scorpio, now it's in the nakshatra called Jyesta. And Jyesta is such a powerful nakshatra. It sits close to the heart of the Scorpion, which is very close to the fixed star called Antares. Antares is the heart of the Scorpion in the constellation of Scorpio. And Scorpio deals with intensity, deep feelings, emotions. It is the sign of passion. And of course, with the old rulership, Mars rules Scorpio. And Mars being in the sign of Cancer, which is another water sign, gives this great emotion, great intensity to feeling, and bringing our emotions and what we're passionate about to fruition because of this incredible exchange of signs. You see, Mars being in Cancer is ruled by the moon, and the moon being in Scorpio is ruled by Mars. So this exchange empowers this planetary energy to the max, bringing out something truly monumental that we haven't seen before. Now, another thing that's going on, actually the very next day, June 4th, is when Mercury exactly conjuncts planet Uranus. And they're going to be together here around 25, 26 degrees of Aries. And remember, Aries is the sign of new beginnings. And this conjunction actually falls in the nakshatra called Bharani. So this conjunction, Mercury is the mind, intellect, it's communications, and it's also where we invent things, because Uranus is the planet of new awakenings, inventions. Mercury and Uranus together represent there is a new mindset, there is a new awakening, there is an amazing breakthrough of concepts and ideas is basically what I'm trying to say, because Aries is new beginnings, but Bharani deals with breakthroughs, the first to do something. So new inventions, new technology, new revivals in how we communicate are really initiating right now. It's probably so new we don't even know where this is going yet, but I'm telling you, this is something very exciting to be excited about, because we're going to see some big changes in how we think, how we communicate, and with technology. And another thing is also at this time, Saturn is stationing. It's about to go retrograde, but in its stationing process, it really solidifies things and makes things real. And in the nakshatra that Saturn is situated in, Shatabhishak deals with new inventions in terms of healing. It's the 100 healers. So you're going to see healings, discoveries here, inventions, excitement. But more than anything, I see a new awareness And this means that people are seeing things from a different lens, a different viewpoint, which is actually what we all need right now, right? We need to see things from a different viewpoint, a different lens. And that's going to make us pretty much come together in many ways. Instead of all the separation, we need this right now. Although I know with Mars being in Cancer and Venus is now in Cancer, these two planets deal with Mars' passion, Venus' love. So what it's telling me is there's different ways of communicating with our partners, because during this time, when the moon is so intense in the sign of Scorpio, we need to come together. Now, let me explain something about the moon being in Scorpio. In the nakshatra called Jyesta, Jyesta is the nakshatra. It actually is the eldest one. It deals with maturity. It deals with wisdom. It deals with old wisdom that really gives us the ability to do things in a different light, because we're coming from a place of knowingness, seeing things. But I'll tell you something about this nakshatra that doesn't have that great of a reputation. It can deal with jealousy, and on top of that, it can deal with such things as black magic. I call this nakshatra actually the nakshatra of manifestation. Why? Because when you have the ability to truly focus with passion with what you want, you can manifest it. A lot of people get involved with thinking that Jyesta deals with black magic because they may associate the power of the will to focus, to create. But that's not really black magic. It's really the power of the mind and manifestation. And that's where I come from with this. So if there is anything in your life that you've been wanting to manifest and create, now is the time to put your attention there, your abilities there, because I'm telling you, now's the time that manifestation will happen when you put your focus there. So the focus of creation, manifestation is in its extreme powerful position during this beautiful full moon. And I have all the intentions to see the world change in a better way through the power of intention, manifestation, and most of all, emotion. Because while Mars is in Cancer, which deals with protection and security, and the moon is in Scorpio, which deals with intensity, desire, when we put our desires together with emotion and intensity, we will manifest our goals. Everything that you focus in on, you can create. But another aspect that's going on globally around the world is with Venus and Mars being in the sign of Cancer. It is a time that we must find our sense of security. Where does that come from? Does that come from our partnerships, our love? Or does that come from our family? Does it come from our security through money? All of these. My answer to that is yes, all of these things. We will focus in on making them happen. But globally for the world, we do need more protection and security. We need to feel a sense of safety. And that will be a focus. That will be what is being discussed globally. How are we going to get to a place where we feel secure and protected by our governments, by our leaders? That's going to be a major focus during the time of this Mars and Venus conjunction. Because let me remind everyone where the nodal axes are, Rahu and Ketu. These are determinants of our destiny and our desires, our focus. Remember, Jupiter is conjunct Rahu at this time, and they're in Aries, which this brings about an incredible, and I mean incredible, a time of big events happening. With Rahu being the future in destiny and Jupiter being on top of it, it really magnifies things and events and things that are happening currently in the world. I'm telling you, big events are transpiring now. But when you look at Ketu being opposite in Libra, remember this, that Rahu's in Aries and Ketu's in Libra, they are ruled by Aries. Rahu being in Aries, that is Mars. And when we go to Ketu being in Libra, that Libra is ruled by Venus. So what do we have? Both nodes of the moon, Rahu and Ketu, those determinants of our destiny in the future. They're dispositing planets. Mars and Venus are together right now in the sign of Cancer. And this represents we all need protection, we all need security. And by the time of this full moon in Scorpio, bringing about the power of Mars and how it creates and how it destroys too. But the focus must be in healing and a sense of bringing protection and security to the world. That's going to be the focus. And I believe it is going to be sought out by so many people in the world. We are going to have a healing from this beautiful full moon in Scorpio. So watch how this essence of true power will help you heal your life, and consequently the world will be a reflection of that. So with that, I want to remind everyone to sign up for my free newsletter. You're going to get all my messages delivered to your email every week. Every week, imagine having all these predictions typed out and in detail delivered to your email address free. Go to galacticcenter.org, and while you're there, check out my magazine, which is, this magazine is my pride and joy. It's called Joni Patry's Astrology Insights. We have some of the most amazing writers on spirituality, on metaphysics, and astrology. So check it all out on galacticcenter.org. Thank you.